Well, you made it a hit. This fall, Dish Nation is back. Join the country's funniest DJs, including Scott and Todd from New York's WPLJ, as they dish on all the hottest celebrity news. Tune into Dish Nation weeknights at 6 and 11 p.m. starting September 10th, right here on My 9. Well, we are lucky enough to be joined by Scott Shannon. That's Scott, and Todd Pettengill.
Hey,
that's
Michael.
Todd with a really handsome Yankee shirt on, Todd.
A little overdressed in this booth.
No,
you
guys
us up here.
This is the most fit booth in baseball.
You think so?
It is. We're CrossFitters up here.
All of you guys. I mean, Jerry Remy would not belong in this booth.
We're looking at a 32-inch waist down here with the baby bomber.
And Michael, unbelievable. How much weight have you lost?
45.
Good for
You're
you.
But the
Great,
waist
man.
is not 32.
Isn't that amazing what a married life will do to you?
That's true.
That's right.
Now, I've had the pleasure of working on the same floor as these guys for about 10 years at PLJ and the same floor as ESPN. And I know, Paul, your wife's a big fan of Scott and Todd.
Used to listen. Brings back memories. I mean, I would take the kids to school.
Oh, boy.
PLJ was on the radio. My wife was talking about what they said. She won't listen to me do a game, but she'll listen to you guys on the
come
radio.
on.
So, I mean, what's up with that?
We're an overnight hit, 21 years on the radio, and they finally said, you can go on television now.
Then we hit My 9, and this is an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, it's great.
6 p.m., 11 p.m., Monday through Friday. We're excited.
Now, what do? They put the cameras and just tape the radio show and they take the best bits?
Exactly, which
Yeah.
is going to be difficult because, you know, there's a lot of not so good bits.
No, there's a lot of great stuff. It's actually produced while we're on the air. They have an incredible control room. We've got about 100 people working, and they're bringing in all these feeds from different places in the country, and they put it together in a 30-minute show every afternoon and evening.
So you got to lay out when there's action.
No, not on TV. David Murphy grounds to second. Now, you know what's interesting? When they start to bring cameras into radio studios, it changes things because the beauty of radio is you could have a big pizza stain on your shirt.
Yeah.
But now you're on TV.
Yeah.
You have
Not
to dress
anymore.
differently.
Theater of the mind is gone.
Yeah.
They're showing everything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we have to talk about things that we would sometimes not necessarily talk about. You know, there's a lot of Kardashian news that
Yeah.
you know, Scott and I get a little worn out over that stuff.
And don't forget Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who can?
That's always good news,
You're all
right?
over that, aren't you, Paul?
Yeah.
Paul, you are a pop culture icon.
I absolutely. I
I'm following
rely
you
on
Twitter.
Michael. He knows all this on
Listen,
Twitter. Now,
you're all
that
over
scares
it.
me.
Now,
It
see,
scares
I
me.
Paul-
signed up today just so I
Did
could
you?
say I was on Twitter. Yes.
Paul would have been great back in the day when he was playing for reality television.
Oh,
Now, just think about that. You go down the dugout, you throw the cooler, you throw the bats
Oh,
around.
you'd have been great.
Oh, been awesome. Just fantastic.
There's a strike to Luis Martinez, but the deal was when Paul played, he wanted nothing to do with TV.
No.
Now he's a big star, but
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. We were lucky enough to get the tour before the game, and Paul was over by the press area, and they just put their heads down because he goes, all these guys destroyed me when I was playing. Now they don't even want to look at me.
They won't speak to him.
Michael's seat's empty over there now. He's gone to the television booth. Mike was the best. I've told him time and time again, you'd be hot. See another ground ball. Kuroda's got it going today. Nothing hit hard.
Well, he looks awesome.
That was smooth.
And I mean, you'd be in a streak, and he'd like to come remind you. And as soon as he brought it up, it was over.
You know, it really doesn't make
That's
any
true.
difference how many times you've been to Yankee Stadium to sit up here and look out at that field.
and now you're on the
Look at the
scoreboard.
big screen. You guys are stars.
No booze.
We just can't hear him. You have headphones on. It really is, guys, an honor to sit here. I mean, I watch every game, lifelong Yankee fan, and to be able to sit here with you guys is, forget it, beyond incredible. So thank you for your kindness.
Now, will this get on the dish?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Are you crazy?
all right.
Oh,
You crazy?
yeah.
Paul, that's a residual check like the
That's
Seinfeld one.
right. I get $52 from Seinfeld. How about you guys?
In fact, Paul made the show a couple of weeks ago when he was trying to figure out who lived in Westchester County and what street and all
You know,
that.
you know what? I got in the middle. Every once in a while, you get in the middle of these stories. I'm like, the last
Yeah.
thing I want to do is like throw an address out there or something.
Yeah,
that, you
no.
know.
You were damn close. I'm looking out the window. Well, he may be driving by here.
Yeah, we were going to go to Google Earth next.
Yeah, thank Michael K. Todd's the Jersey guy. You're right. You got it right.
2-0 on Moreland. We're in the top of the third inning. Talk with Scott and Todd. They're on the show The Dish on My 9. Weeknights at 6 and 11 p.m. starting September 10th.
I like your view from up here.
This is pretty nice.
No wonder they got you up here. You can see everything.
Everything.
Can we come back tomorrow? I mean, not to be on, just to sit.
So you're the Yankee fan lifelong.
Oh,
Who's your boy out
absolutely.
there? I mean, who's the guy you don't leave the room when he's hit?
You know, there's so many guys. I mean, currently, obviously, Jeter is just forget about it. But for me, Granderson is just an electric player and just brought so much to this team. And to see our new right fielder,
He's got a little personality to him.
How exciting is that?
Oh, man.
He stretches in positions I haven't been able to move into in 10 years.
Yeah, I was asking Coney last night. I mean, if you watch him on the on-deck circle throwing at bat, you'd be exhausted before the at-bat's over.
I mean, and you do CrossFit.
Yeah, I'm an injured CrossFitter right now.
He told us that earlier. I can barely eat an apple without hurting.
You can't hold his arm
And
up.
his son's got him working out hard.
Well, we all want to be 19 again.
Amen.
Michael, who was your hero when you were growing up?
Bobby Mercer.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to work with him, and he was as nice a guy as you'd want your hero to be.
I grew up in the Midwest, and for me it was Stanley F. Musial.
Yeah.
That guy was a role model. Still a great guy.
Got to meet him a few times. It's a class act too.
Yeah, they love him in St. Louis.
Thurman Munson was my guy growing up. He was Mr. Everything.
Now there's a fireball.
Oh.
Moreland walks. So 1 on and 2 outs, back to the top of the order, and Ian Kinsler, and that's Thurman's number 15. So you grew up in the area, right, Todd?
I did. I grew up in upstate New York, a little
Okay.
town called Hageman, about 30 miles west of Albany. And never forget my first bus trip to Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium. And it was all Red Sox fans where I grew up. And on the way down, I took a beating. I was a 6-year-old kid. And they pestered me, and I was crying. And my father was like, just man up. And you got to, well, the Yankees won that day.
Yeah.
On the bus ride home, I was that little kid up and down the aisle. I laughed the whole way. Those guys wanted to pummel me.
Now, Scott made you cry on the way here today, right?
Yes, he did. He makes me cry almost every day.
No.
You guys get along? You actually get along in the
Yeah.
yeah.
We
See,
get along
Michael
I like
and I
you
are
and Michael.
different. Yeah, Michael and I are different things.
Oh, we're completely
Michael doesn't
different.
like me. It's just
Oh,
the way
that's
it is.
ridiculous.
That's what creates the chemistry.
You gotta have a little friction. You look back at teams; they just don't stay together very long.
No.
It doesn't work, you know. Something goes wrong somewhere along the line. Somebody says something, and we kind of coexist. And I have my area, he has his, and we've gotten along pretty well. We see each other off the air maybe what 5-6 times a year.
That's about it.
That's it. That's enough.
Tonight counts as 2, by the way.
Yes.
Michael and I vacation now. We go to the Bahamas
That's right.
together.
Come on.
That's right.
and you know there's somebody at home watching TV.
I don't believe that.
How long are these guys gonna be
I
on?
don't believe that.
Here's the 2-0.
Ouch.
No, we've got pictures. We were actually
Is
on
that
vacation
right?
together. Yeah. It was scary. It was so much fun. It was scary. Didn't seem like it was Paul.
And that was the Bahamas?
Yeah. No, we actually ran into each other by accident.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
got you.
It would be a little weird if you planned it. You know what I mean?
Okay, no, we didn't do that.
Where were we when we ran into Girardi? Remember he's out by the pool?
Oh, yeah. Boy, is he ripped?
I think we were.
Oh,
I'm glad you
man.
noticed.
Oh,
I have a
Mike,
bikini
please.
on for you.
No, he did. And I'll tell you something about Joe. He wasn't afraid to stand in the middle of the pool
No.
and
He's a
strike a pose.
CrossFitter too.
Oh man,
Right?
he was pumped. We were at the Universal Studios. He had the family there,
That's right.
and
it was Universal.
he was out at the pool, and one of the members of our show came. You know who's down by the pool? You got Joe Girardi down there, and he's
No
on.
kidding.
Yeah, all right. Leave him alone, will you?
I did notice your Midwestern accent. So
Yeah, he
welcome
got
that
it.
to the
I do a
band.
lot of the voices on the show.
He's only been in New York for 21 years. You think he might lose that?
There's a ground ball at Knicks.
Yeah.
They go the short way, and that'll do it. Scott and Todd, great to see you guys. The show is called The Dish, 6 and
Dish.
11 p.m.
Dish Nation.
Dish Nation.
I got it.
You call it whatever you want.
We don't
The
care.
Dish Nation. Let's do that, all right? 6 and 11, and it starts September 10th. Good
Thank
to
you,
see you
partner.
guys.
Great
It's on
job.
my 9.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, be
Thank you,
good.
Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
We go to the bottom.